God has you in His arms. I have you in my heart.
For the first time since this Barksdale family's fatal car crash over the summer, this Bossier couple opens up about their daughter, Bailey, and the unique role her school has played in helping them cope with Bailey's death. You may remember back on July 1st, a Barksdale airman, his wife, and the two daughters were involved in a multi-vehicle crash on a Kentucky interstate. They were on their way back to Bossier after a cross-country trip.
10-year-old Bailey was killed and her parents seriously injured. Hundreds of people stepped up to help them, many of them strangers. Some
donated to a GoFundMe page, and with their car totaled, others even volunteered to drive them back home here to Bossier. But the therapeutic help offered by a Bossier elementary school has been ever-giving. About a week ago, for the first time since the first week of July, really, the skies across a rain-deprived Bossier parish suddenly opened up. Those thirsty trees and flowers were finally blessed with some much-needed water.
We planted all these fresh plants around Bailey's stone, and I think it was only fitting.
It's the same day Princeton Elementary unveiled this memorial to one of its students, 10-year-old Bailey Spites, taken from this earth earlier this year in the first week of July.
That's what today's going to be about. It's going to be about cheerful things and joyful things.
The rain couldn't reach the faculty, students, and family inside who had gathered in the school's library for a special memorial to celebrate their loving student.
We'll always remember her here at Princeton. She'll always have a special place with us.
And to remember their close friend.
My name is Leslie, and she was in my class last year in 4th grade.
But in here, it was the tears pouring down about as hard as the rain outside.
Bailey's accident happened over the summertime, and our students weren't able to express themselves and show respect to the family.
Until now.
As you can see, 5 passenger cars, 4 tractor trailers involved in that crash.
You see, little did Kentucky news viewers realize that summer day, lost in their interstate backup, was one of Houghton's most loved, Bailey Spites. With the crash in Kentucky and her funeral in Mississippi, many of her closest friends never had a chance to say goodbye.
For me, it was extremely therapeutic. I wasn't able to attend any of the services or anything, so it was hard. You know, this was kind of what I have.
Even Bailey's stepfather, Barksdale Airman Michael Romanak, missed Bailey's funeral while still facing surgeries in a Kentucky hospital.
When you hurt, we hurt. And I want you to know that you have been in our prayers.
So Princeton Elementary decided to give Michael, Bailey's mother Stephanie, and those students another chance to share their love for Bailey. And in a surprising and very moving moment inside that school library, we watched as a seemingly non-stop stream of students filed in, one after another. 5th graders, kids who would have shared a classroom, a hallway, or even a laugh with Bailey this fall.
Very, very proud of our student body. They were respectful of Bailey's family, and they were proud to walk in.
And they didn't walk in empty-handed. Each had written personal thoughts, memories, or prayers for Bailey's family to read.
They were proud of what they had written on that card, and they were even prouder to place it in that basket to give to Bailey's family.
Principal Spinney says even after the library cleared out, it's as if the memorial continued back in the classrooms. The students continued to share memories with classmates and teachers. It was kind of like their own personal therapy, just to let it all out. And the teachers let them do just that.
It just blew me away with the level of, support and everything that they did. I mean, I don't even know where to begin.
And for the first time since the crash, Bailey's parents agreed to talk, namely to share their appreciation to the school, friends, and supporters. However, Bailey's mother, Stephanie, made it quite clear up front. She didn't know if she had it in her emotionally to say a single word. When you see that, I guess, what does it tell you? So I directed my questions to Michael.
I never had kids before, and I mean, having her come into my life was a blessing. I mean, it truly was.
Never selfish, really smart, and the most giving heart ever. It's how students and teachers alike remember Bailey. What drove her? What kind of made her be that way? So when I asked Michael about their role in bringing up such a caring child,
I could have done nothing to make her who she was. Nothing.
much like the students back in the classrooms, Stephanie finally decided to let it all out.
You don't raise that. It says, God has you in his arms. I have you in my heart. And I wear this anytime I do something that I think she would enjoy. Whether it's just going out to eat as a family or being around family or anything that Bailey would have loved. This is how we take her.
In fact, this trip to Princeton Elementary is the first for Stephanie and Bailey since the accident.
Look how pretty. Angel wings.
The family's first chance to see the new memorial in front of the school.
She was always a very spiritual child. She read her Bible all the time, every night.
And in a very remarkable Bailey kind of way. It apparently won't be her last time at Princeton either.
One of Bailey's favorite things last year was to bring her uniforms that she didn't fit into anymore and bring them to school and donate them to our uniform closet for our needy children.
So there's a pretty solid chance that one of Bailey's favorite Princeton sweatshirts or t-shirts marched right through the library doors at her own memorial.
We have students on our campus today that are memories of Bailey, walking up and down our halls every day.
And she just had a thing for angel wings. Now she has her own.
As well as this permanent memory of Bailey
Don't cry.
that will last long after the flowers wither away from the next hot summer drought.
Don't cry.
Some Princeton teachers even drove the 10-hour round trip to Bailey's funeral in Mississippi. Bailey's memorial sits next to Lawson Bo Brandon's. The 8-year-old was killed in an ATV accident in 2010, and his mother is Princeton Elementary's school counselor. Back in a minute.